Hi, welcome to an upper body release restorative session. This is a quick session designed to help you feeling a little less stuck in the upper body. I love this kind of movement after really long drives or a long day at the desk, a long day with kids, a long day where you are in that kind of prawn position to really feel a sense of openness across the chest, movement through the upper back, and maybe release a little bit of neck tension, which can creep up on us, even if you've just had a really yucky night's sleep. You know, when you wake up and you're like, ooh, ooh. Always, when we are working with the neck, it's a really good idea to check in with your physio or your doctor, especially if you do have neck issues. So always treading carefully when it works to moving with the neck makes me feel a lot safer as your instructor, knowing that you have ticked the box with your healthcare provider. Now, in terms of props today, you might like a strap. If you don't have a strap, you could use an exercise band, a cable from your dressing gown, a necktie, anything that's kind of long and flat and gives you a little bit of feedback. You also might use a block. If you don't have a block, we can simply use the floor. It's all good, but if you've got one handy, they can be really awesome, especially for the way that we'll finish our class today. Now we'll get started with a little bit of breath. The breath is a really powerful way to influence our movement. You may have heard me mentioning in previous Always classes that we have muscles that assist our breathing all the way from the pelvic floor, throughout the core, throughout the chest, side body, back body, up into the neck. So any feelings of tension or fluidity or whatever in the body can be affected by our breath. You'll also know that we have that big diaphragm, that huge sheet of muscle kind of separating our lower trunk from our upper trunk that really heavily moves and works with our breathing mechanics. So it's pretty amazing how much goes on just to help us. We're going to use our strap for a little bit of feedback today. So just really wrapping it around about the bottom of your shoulder blades, kind of under your armpits, not quite on your lower back, kind of more towards the middle. Now, depending on how you feel in a sensory way, you might just kind of tuck it in left side of the strap in your left hand, right side in your right hand, and give yourself a little squeeze. If you want that extra feedback, you can cross the strap over and hold it like that, but I do know some people don't like how that feels. So pick what works for you. We just want to use that strap as a little feedback. Take a big breath in and feel how you can breathe into the strap. And as you breathe out, you might notice that the strap lengthens or kind of recoils back to its original shape. I want you to bring as much movement into the strap as you inhale and expand in your front body, side body, back body. Soften, breathe out. Resisting against the strap as you expand and breathe in and out. Let's take one more like this before we move to the lower body. Inhale. Exhale. Again, wiggle that strap, this time a little more around your lower back, maybe belly button territory. Again, you might just have one side of the strap in each hand and kind of lean back into it. You will still feel the benefits of the strap. Otherwise, you can cross it over if you feel comfortable to do so. Taking an inhale, can you expand the lower back into this, your belly into this? And out. Kind of experimenting with these deep breaths. You might be breathing faster or slower than me, but just doing a little exploration, a little self-explore, trying to get lots of movement in that strap as you expand. Breathe in and soften, breathe out. I find it a lot harder to move the strap when it's around the lower body. That is totally okay. Let's take one more. Excellent. Bring that strap once again around the armpits or that upper back area. This time left side of the strap in the left hand, right in the right hand. We'll start to arch the back as you pull the strap forward. So your hands pull forward to the front of your mat in your strap. The heart follows your hands, and you can start to pull the shoulder blades together, tip back, tip back. As I get into more of a back bend, the hands come forward and up. You go to a place where it feels comfortable for you. Pulling the chin backwards like you're giving yourself a double chin and holding this shape for 3. Can you lift your heart a little more? 2. And 1, release. Keep the straps in your hands, lift them up overhead. So you want about a little wider than shoulder distance. If you have if you have a lot of shoulder mobility, you can have the hands quite close together. If you have less shoulder mobility, keep them further apart. If you're working with injuries, tightness in the shoulder, you might take them really wide. So know that less intensity, we go wide, more intensity, we go narrow. Pick your option. We reach the hands up overhead, and your lower body is in whatever seated position works. I'm sitting back on my heels. You might be sitting in a chair, you might be sitting on a block, or in Sukhasana cross legs. Use an inhale to lift the hands up. Exhale, really pull down with your right hand. Come to the right, stretching through the left side body. Kind of start to scoop the right hand under a little, or really let it heavily come down towards the floor. Inhale, bring yourself back through center. And exhale, we go to the left. Left hand is heavy, really encouraging lengthening through the right side body. Inhale, we come through center. Exhale, imagining that strap is still wrapped around your upper back. Lean back. Lift your heart. Send the hands behind you. As we exhale, round the back. Bring your strap in front of you. Lots of space in the back body. Inhale, we lift back through center. And let's repeat those side body stretches one more time. Right hand to floor. Tip up and over to the right. Through center, left hand to floor, tip up and over to the left. Hands through center. And we lower the strap to the back of the skull. So if I wrap it around my occipitals, if you reach back and kind of have a feel, there's 2 bumpy parts of your skull that sit just on top of your spine. You want the flat part of your strap really resting across your occipitals. Bring these straps closer together, and you can just gently lean the weight of your head back into your straps. Again, making sure that this is something that your physio is comfortable with you doing. Anyone working with neck injuries, just being extra cautious. You've got lots of weight back into your head. Lift your hands forward and slightly up, thinking a little bit of traction on the spine. It's almost like you're taking the weight of your head away from your upper spine. Now this doesn't hurt, I don't feel any stretch, it's almost just like a sense of lightness in the head, and you can really relax the weight of your head back into the strap. Holds for 3, 2, and on 1, start to pull up and over to the right with your left hand and relax the strap in your right hand, and you're gently stretching through the left side of the neck. Come back through center to that original weightless kind of head hammock, let's call it. And then we start to pull the right hand up and over diagonal to the left. Relax the left hand, find a little gentle stretch. Bring yourself back through center. Relax the head into your head hammock. And sit yourself up nice and tall. Release the strap completely. Start to settle your left hand. Options with our left hand, either onto the floor, fingertips, or you can bend the elbow, back of the hand to the lower back, tuck it behind. Really relax the left shoulder down as you tilt the head over to the right. And moving in slow motion, turn your nose down to the right armpit. And then lift it up to the ceiling. Repeat. Gently turn the nose down to the armpit and up to the ceiling. Bring your nose through center. Bring it up Other side. Right fingertips rain down to the floor beside you, heavy right shoulder. Otherwise, turn the palm to the back of the mat. Rest the back of your hand on your lower back. Soften. Whew, and then rock the head over to the left. Slowly turn the nose down to the armpit. And up to the ceiling. Down to the armpit. Working within a range that is completely pain-free. You kind of want this to feel nice and gratifying on your body. Turning the nose up. One more down. And then back through center. Lift your head. We'll move into our final set of release. If you have a block, use your block. If you don't, settle your head just flat onto the mat. Now your block, depending on your preference, can be on its lower level or its middle level. I prefer its middle level. You want the crease or the corner of the block closest towards you to settle into that place of the occipital. So it's not on the vertebrae of the cervical spine, of the upper spine or the neck. It's really more on the back of your skull. Let it set there and allow the heaviness of your head to kind of create a little bit of pressure, a little bit of massage. Your lower body does what's comfortable and we just gently rock the head from side to side. Now, if you don't have a block, you might use your thumbs or fingers in that little space to create a little bit of gentle massage as you rock from side to side. Or you can skip the rocking and just do the massage, or you can skip the massage and just do the rocking. Whatever you're doing, we'll do it for another 30 seconds or so. Of course, you're always welcome to pause the video and do things for a little bit longer if it's feeling really good. And of course, I always encourage my students to skip things if they're not feeling 100% right. Savoring your last few rocks from side to side. And we'll finish up through center. If you do have that block underneath the head, remove it. You're welcome to finish off with me laying down. We'll take a huge breath in. And a strong breath out the mouth. Inhale deep. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You might like to gently draw the knees to the chest, a little rock from side to side. And you can roll to the fetal position and press your way up to a comfortable seat, or you can rock and roll your way up. And finish with the hands in front of the heart, closing with a collective breath, you, me, and anyone else in the world who might be practicing along. Inhaling deep. And a soft sigh. Bow the forehead to the fingertips. Blink your eyes open and settle your hands into your lap. Thank you so much for joining me for this upper body release. I hope you are feeling a little bit more fluid and free than you were just a few moments ago. Please reach out if you've got anything to share, comment, request. I can't tell you how much I love hearing from the Always community. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day today. Take care. Thank you.